Well, welcome to Puerto Rico. We must be getting pretty close because here comes the pilot ship to guide us in or take us in. It strikes me how built up this island is. I mean, we've been sailing past it for at least 40 minutes now, and yeah, there's sky rises, and yeah, it looks like a big place. Looking forward to exploring the old town, which is where we're going to tie up it. It's nice to watch the embarkation, or the docking on your own balcony if you're obviously fortunate enough to have a balcony on a cruise. I know not everyone can get them, they always sell out pretty quick and they can be quite expensive. We got this at a real bargain, so fortunate enough to be able to watch this on the balcony with the coffee. Like that's where the planes land. I have flown into this island before, but I don't remember it, if I'm honest. It was the time of the Icelandic volcano. It was all a bit hazy, it was a bit chaotic, so I don't remember the runway being that close to the sea, but pretty cool. Still looks quite industrial where we are right now, so I don't know if the cruise port sort of shares it with industry like it did yesterday. Impressive place to come into. Like buses, these planes just constantly taking off and landing. Busy little airport. It looks like the main airport is further away. There's a larger plane going over there, but it's so cool to watch it, particularly from this height. It's all going on. Boats, planes. Touchdown. Another breakfast with another beautiful view. We always come up to 19 just because it's a little bit quieter than 18, which is absolutely chaotic. And you can always get a nice seat, which is good. So we're off through security, which is a breeze actually compared to previous MSC cruises that we've been on, which have been a bit farcical. They've got it together on this ship. It's a pretty slick operation, which is good. And we are ready to explore San Juan. Just see the fort there actually, so that looks walkable if you decide to go and have a look at some of the history. Here's the welcome party. A little band. This guy giving out kind of local delicacy by the looks of it. Wow, what a beautiful view. So it looks like the old town is well signposted, so just come off the ship and head left. Just look at the size of that anchor, just can't really comprehend the scale of this ship until you see it from the side. As with most cruise ports, there's a decent level of security around the port area. Plenty of people to ask for directions, plenty of people to offer you a taxi and a tour and all the other bits, so we'll fight our way through this because we just want to do a bit of a walk around today again. So let's get through this and explore the old town. I don't think I've ever been this close to the front of a cruise ship before, and we were just saying what a pretty ship it is. Even the scale, the vast scale of it still remains to be really pretty ship. So the main port stretch has got loads of little market stalls with great stuff. We just made a couple of purchases, some souvenirs, some presents, so it's really well priced compared to Dominican Republic as well. Literally half the price. Never mind, you live and learn. So we're just having a little wander really, no real agenda, we're just kind of walking, seeing the sights, and maybe if we happen to stumble on a beach, we'll have a little paddle and play on the beach, but if not, we'll head back to the ship. I don't know if it's market day or this is a permanent residence, but it's beautiful around here. It's a lovely place for a coffee or something a bit stronger if you fancy a drink, and a beautiful bar with a nice view. So for reference, this is to the right as you look at the cruise ships. So if you come off your boat, turn left, walk along this promenade, and you come to this lovely sheltered area with some craft markets and really interesting old buildings actually. So as you pass through the little market stalls with everything you need and things you don't need actually, like hand-rolled cigars, which are pretty cool, but I'm not sure I need any. I might get some on the way back actually, just for novelty's sake. But there's these little trucks as well, so there's henna tattoos and food and drinks and all sorts. It's not open yet, a bit early for them I would imagine, but I'm sure when we wander back these will be open and the kids might partake in a henna tattoo. So as you come up from the port heading towards into the town, there is scooters available to rent, so you just scan the QR code and then pay by credit card. But we were just about to get them and we noticed actually there's a sticker on them that says no sidewalks, so you can't actually go on these sidewalks, you can only go on the road. Just didn't feel too safe doing that in a city we don't know with the kids on with us, so looks like we're staying by foot, but it is beautiful to walk through. These are the old walls of the city. This used to encircle the whole city that I read, or the whole old town actually. Obviously a lot of it is perished over time, but still cool to see. These tree-lined sidewalks are just beautiful, and then obviously you're shadowed by some amazing buildings and the walls of the city. As I said, this continues all the way down, presumably to the front, back when the Spanish were defending it from other suitors. Love these trees. Saw a lot of these in Jamaica as well. These giant trees with vines all over them, and the occasional chicken down there. This is lovely down here. There is a nice breeze as you get closer towards the coast again. It was getting a little bit warm that way. It's easily 28 degrees, I think highs of 30 today. So it is warm walking, but it's nice by this flowing water and the sea breeze, as I said. As you get down to this fountain area, it just comes up pretty. So you've got the walls down to the coast. Looks like a fort at the end there, so we're going to walk down that way. Just like to be some beaches over there, so maybe we can get a boat across. Maybe rent a jet ski. It's just absolutely stunning here, but Kids are getting a bit hot, so we may venture back soon. We made it to the fort. It's quite a long walk actually, so bring plenty of water. We're just hoping there is a path down to kind of circle back to the ship, which is way over there. You can see it. So change of plan. I think we're going to walk back through the town, try and grab a coffee, or I think it's a leche here with Puerto Rican beans, which is meant to be. Here's a map of what I just tried to describe badly. You see it goes all the way around. There's the cruise port where we pulled in. So this is where you pay to get into the fort. It's $10 per adult. Children are free as well. So for us it would be $20. So let's see how this goes down with the kids when I ask them if they want to do it. There's a firm no on going into the fort. so we're going to journey back through the town. So yeah, we're going to journey through the town, hopefully grab some coffees and a henna tattoo, and hope this breeze stays with us because it's absolutely divine up here, sunny and breezy, perfect combination. Just each way you look, the view is stunning, so we'll get some pictures before we leave, I think. This is the nicest part. It's a really strong breeze, chilling everyone out, and it's downhill, even better. So that whole walk is very, very windy, so hold on to your hats if you're wearing one, but it's worth it because you get to a beautiful square here, which you're about to walk through. Some nice sights on this walk through the town. Lovely church down that way, which I can't convince the kids to go and see. To be honest, I'm not that interested myself. Happy to get back to the ship now. Nice cold drink and a dip in the pool. I think it'll go on some of the rides, some of the water rides. So the girls haven't been on them with their mum, so I'm going to sit that out and maybe do some filming of them coming down on the raft slides. Just started with a few spots of rain, which is very welcome, I'll be honest. It feels nice just to cool off. There's light sprinkling. Any heavier I don't think I'll be happy, but certainly a light sprinkling is nice. I would imagine this is very pretty at night with all the lights. The ship doesn't actually leave till 10:30. I don't know if that's common on a lot of cruises here, but we don't depart until 10:30. There's an iguana. We don't depart until 10:30, so it's got a little hat on.
Oh my god, I'm shocked at my life.
So you can enjoy it of an evening as well, which would be nice. There's a really cool tour that you can do, which is kayaking in the sort of near the bioluminescent algae. Apparently it lights up as you paddle, which sounds incredible, but you couldn't actually see it on the itinerary from where I see it. Maybe one that you have to do direct with an operator, but one to look out for sure. This rain's going off now, but it has been very refreshing. It was quite welcome actually. I mean, if you like pigeons, this is your place. We don't. Not that we dislike them, we just haven't got a overwhelming desire to feed them. Ah, look at this, this is stunning. A nice view from these bars up here. A beautiful little street actually with the colourful buildings and nice flowers, and great view of whatever ship is in that day. It happens to be ours today, but I'm sure every day there's a ship moored up there with thousands of people looking to come off and hopefully spend some money in the local economy. As if by magic, the sun is out layering and we're all too hot already. Bring back the rain. It's absolutely gorgeous weather today. That that rain just cools you off, and then you can spend the next 10 minutes drying in the beautiful sunshine with these gorgeous surroundings. There's a queue at the henna, so we're going to have a quick pit stop at one of these cafes, and well, it's all in the old town, but one of these maybe, or over the street over there. Kind of stumbled on this little hidden gem of an area under the trees with parrots. Can't go far without seeing a Starbucks, but no, we're not going to get a Starbucks. We're going to support a small business, hopefully. It's hard to tell which is the small ones and which aren't, but certainly Starbucks can't be classed as that, so we will avoid that today. We're going to one of these little ones. I'm glad we carried on walking. This is beautiful around here. It's like the town centre or square. All we need now is a coffee shop. Stumbled along this lovely little coffee shop that does iced matches and iced coffees, so we've got a little pit stop before we get on the boat. This is Pier 2, I believe. The kids are happy in aircon. We're happy with the view. Maybe not the cardboard boxes, but the view there is pretty nice. We're having a leisurely walk back to the boat, just stopping at the odd stall. Waters are only $1 out here, ice cold waters, which is a quarter of the price on the ship, so we bought a couple. I'm not sure how many you can take on, we'll find out now I suppose, but we just bought a couple. It's always handy to have in the fridge in the room, because the mini bar is quite expensive on the ship, so I tend not to do that as often as we'd probably like to, but yep, $1 a piece is a bargain. These guys are always after a bracelet. I think they have a bracelet in every single town or city we've been to ever on any holiday. Look at that. So you just need to show your cruise card to get through into the port area, and then you can grab a drink, which is very welcome. And again, scan your card onto the ship. They say bring ID. We weren't asked for ID yesterday, but the lady advised to bring it anyway, just in case, because it may be used at the port. They may ask for it at the port, which they haven't both days, but every port is different. The only problem with one person holding the cards is you have to wait for them. Come on. Back in our favourite hangout at the back of the ship on deck 8 by the promenade. Just had a lovely drink in the sports bar, just looking out at this view. The kids have had their usual candy floss from the candy floss machine. Seems to be a big hit. Yeah, it's nice to have a cold drink on the back of the ship and see this. Some nasty weather over there by the looks of it. But it's gorgeous here. Blue skies above us, the sunshine. Not too busy, everyone seems to be off the ship as you'd expect. We don't, well, you're not meant to, or you don't have to, I should say, get on till 10:30 tonight. So I would imagine people might come on for dinner and then go back off for a few drinks in the bars. A lot of the bars weren't actually open, so I think they anticipate people being out later. Maybe a bit of a party town. So the plan now is to go and do the bumper cars, which are on, I think, deck 20, and then we're going to do the adventure again with the zip line. It was really good fun yesterday, and my wife didn't get a chance to do it because she didn't have a top on. That's a good point. You need to wear a t-shirt for that because the harness is covering your shoulders, so they insist on your shoulders being covered. So we're going to go back and do that again. We may come down the slide again, and then we'll get some lunch. So it's time to head into the Sportsplex to do the bumper cars. Looks like they're not out yet. I think it's 2:30. Oh, it's hoverboards. Well, we got it wrong. It's hoverboards, not bumper cars. Oh well, we'll take it. Natural. dinner with a view again, or lunch I should say. Some cool little jet skis just flew past there. Here comes some more. That'd be a cool thing to do if you're in San Juan, a little jet ski tour. So we just had another go on the adventure, which we all enjoyed. It's quite tiring though, it takes it out of you a little bit. So we are going to go and do a graffiti art class down on deck 6, I think. And then we've booked the time for a jaw drop as well, which is the concept here, where it's the shark slide. So I've just played five-a-side with a bunch of teenagers and absolutely knackered myself out in 30-degree heat. I don't know what I was thinking. And these guys did a drawing class, a graffiti drawing class, which look at that. So it was really good. I joined the last 10 minutes. It was very relaxing actually. I'd highly recommend doing that sort of thing. And now I'm being dragged to yoga. Yes, dragged. I really don't. I'm too old for this. I'm on holiday. It's meant to be relaxing. She doesn't just play five-a-side. Yes, I'm being dragged to yoga, so we'll see how that goes. So we just went to do the bumper cars on level 20, level 20 in the sportsplex, and yeah, just some adults pushed in, and there was like 6 of them, and they were insisting that they all went together, just being really just rubbish humans basically. So we decided to leave them to it. I think they had a drink, yeah. So we decided to leave them to it and come have a look at deck 8.
It's on tomorrow as well.
It is on tomorrow. We can do it tomorrow. Probably best that the kids weren't on the same sort of go as them as well, because they just awful people. So good to stay away and enjoy this live music. Always time for a little jaw drop. Doesn't seem to be a queue. We haven't booked a time. The app is actually really good for that. You can book times for experiences and come back later. The only one we didn't book was actually the bumper cars that we just missed out on because of those people. Oh, I love this guy.
Hope y'all are still enjoying the beautiful time here in San Juan, Puerto Rico. Reminding you again, back on board is what time.
There we go. Walk-ins available, bookings to the right. Like I say, we normally book, but no need at this time. And it goes all the way down from deck 20 down to deck 8, so 12 decks.
Fine. It's going to be 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock. So if you haven't seen it, it's an excellent show. You don't want to miss it. Get on in there and check out our fantastic cast. You're going to perform that for you tonight. Stop and smile with each and every one of our friendly photographers who are only here to make you look real good. When in a minute, it's going to be 8:15 at the MSC.
Not a great view, but it goes all the way down to there.
And then they're going to lay all the way back.
Lie back. That's a better view of the shark from deck 20 right the way down, and it spirals all the way. That's it. It does slow down towards the end, so it does feel safe all the way down, but yeah, it's good fun. So we just wandered through the buffet on, well, what is the buffet in the day on deck 19. It actually turns out that's the yacht club restaurant of an evening. That's why it looks so much nicer than the deck 18 buffet, so that makes a lot of sense. We're going to check out DJ Fresh again. He did a great set yesterday, on the first day, on the sea day. So he's playing at 7:30 on the pool deck, so we're going to look at that. We're desperately trying to find somewhere else to eat other than the restaurant type. Just the service is just, the more you think about it, is really poor. So I'll just show you this deck. So we were off to a flyer last night. He's kind of learned what we had to drink, so he brought that. Brilliant. We thought, great, he's nailed it, and he is getting better every night. But our waiter, yeah, he's not the best. The kids were waiting 40 minutes for a glass of water. I mean, we did ask twice. I mean, that sounds like a bit of a moan, but I mean, water, surely that's just, you just pour that as soon as people sit down. We've waited at least 30 minutes for bread. Again, probably doesn't sound like a big deal, but it's kind of restaurant basics that they're just not nailing it at all. And we don't complain. Obviously, we're British, so we're just polite and say thank you and try and eat and get out of there. But it's a 2-hour ordeal when you eat at the restaurant just because the service is so slow. So we're going to try and find somewhere else. You can obviously book the specialty restaurants, which we have, but just not for tonight, unfortunately. And then they do book up fast. I would recommend booking as soon as you get on the ship any specialty restaurants you want to do. So we've booked the teppanyaki because we know that's good. We've done it on previous ships. But yeah, unfortunately we can't get in anywhere else tonight. The buffet, I mean, we're a bit dressed up. It's white night, so we are a little overdressed for the buffet. There's people in flip-flops and sandals in there, so we feel a bit awkward there. So we may end up at the restaurant again. I'm not particularly hungry, so it doesn't really matter waiting a few extra 20 minutes, 30 minutes for some bread. Hungry?
Yeah.
Looks like some of our party are hungry though. Here's the light show. I mean, it is 5 minutes late as usual, but better late than never. Becoming a running joke now that whatever time it says on the app, add 5 or 10 minutes or maybe 15 minutes. Depends each night. They seem to choose when they want to do stuff. It's roughly right, but don't rely on anything being on time on this ship. Not even your dinner.
You eat leaves.
To be fair, he's on it tonight. I take it all back. His service is much, much better. So I think we might have spoken too soon. I think the service was excellent tonight. You?
Yeah, it was really
Much
good.
better. The food is delicious. He was on it with the water.
Like iron.
Tastes like iron. He was on it with the water, wasn't he? And the bread.
Yeah.
And he brought everything quickly. So
Oh yeah,
I
he
take
had
it all
nice
back.
bread
All
this
is forgiven.
time. Nice bread.
All is forgiven. Very good service tonight.
Well done.